Welcome to the Mario era, chapter 154.
154 de Mario. It's Mario. I didn't take 3 months to fire or hire a DC. He did take 3 months, boys. He's got a DC. Yes.
He looks like a DC.
How you guys doing?
We're doing fine, Deshaun. It's us and FIU.
I was told there was a new one. I gotta go get the new one.
You haven't heard the new one?
No, I've heard the new one. I gotta go get it. Yeah.
You gotta go get it. It's him.
Happy Whiskey Wednesday, boys. It is a Buffalo Trace Old Fashioned. For some reason, I made it very stiff and like a triple. It's a triple. And I did a student of the game. Pay attention. Should come out shortly around the same time this comes out. New DC, second game in. Yeah. We'll get to it. But happy Whiskey Wednesday.
Speaking of Whiskey Row, I was reading something today and I had no idea.
Talk to me, Goose.
As we're both whiskey bourbon connoisseurs, apparently we've hit peak bourbon and it's starting to go down a little bit. And as a result, like Jack Daniels is shutting down their barrel making facility. It was in Louisville. They said there's so many bottles of bourbon still cast away in warehouses waiting to get aged that there's like just too much and the demand's going down. So all those expensive bottles could get cheaper in the next couple of years. Because there's an overabundance of bourbon.
There's no such thing.
There's too much bourbon.
All I know is my secret stash of Eagle Rare. My buddy, he got some more in. I thought he wasn't getting any more. It may not be
Eagle Rare anymore, bro. It may just be Eagle.
What are you, Tony Romo? All of a sudden,
oh, he's terrible, Tony. Tony was good. Tony was good at one point. He is totally just. I think he's trying to get fired. He's terrible now, but he gives us good sound bites, so we'll let him pass. He's amazing.
How you doing, Scoopy?
Good, boys. How are you? Good.
I was just making dinner.
Yep.
And in the background, for some reason, I had Peacock on. Bro, they just dropped a nailed Diddy to the cross documentary.
Did they?
With all of the folks he grew up with and stuff, and just destroying him. Oh my goodness gracious!
So when was the divergence? When did it become like, okay, this is Diddy, the guy that's
this
just like
goes back to
rapping
when he was a kid, man. I guess his mom having parties with like drugs and hookers and stuff, and so he was exposed to just stuff early on, and it just got worse. Apparently,
the baby oil fetish. Did they talk about this?
These are like folks that grew up with him saying they're using the word he's evil, he's the devil, like he has no soul. It's like, oh my god, like Jesus. Oof. I'm just saying, if you want to watch a little something, it's not positive and uplifting, but
we are.
Well, yeah. Do you guys, you know what I heard about today? Have you guys heard about the Obama drama?
Irish.
Oh, the divorce
drama with Obama.
Oh, he's getting a divorce?
He's not getting a divorce.
No.
Is that what you're?
Do you know who the affair is with?
Oh, whoa! I didn't hear about an affair.
Neither did
Alleged. Do you know who the alleged affair is with? And I could give you 1,000 guesses.
Hillary.
No, not. Oh
Bill.
my god. Oh god. Oh no.
This is really not good.
Scoop just got a visual.
I was gonna say it's not a guy. The woman. I could give you 1,000 guesses. You would never guess what it is. Never, ever, ever, ever. Who is
Tulsi?
No.
Oh.
Do you have a famous woman actor? Famous woman actor.
Wait. I'm confused.
Like of the same age, like around 50?
A little bit older than 50.
I just Googled it. I never in a million years would have guessed this.
No.
Not in a million years.
So
no.
A female Hollywood actress over 50 he was hooking up with.
Yeah.
Like famous, like Oscar winner?
Famous. Very famous.
Like a Glenn Close or
no
level?
No.
Betty White.
Think television.
Oh,
What's dead?
Think what?
TV, then movies.
TV, then movies. Jennifer Aniston.
Yes.
Hold on. No, wait, because I saw a
It's a
thing
great
today
guess.
that said
I
that
couldn't
Kevin
believe it.
Costner has dumped her for J-Lo.
Obama allegedly is having an affair with Jennifer Aniston.
Well,
The
damn.
Obama drama, baby. I mean, if that
Damn.
doesn't, I mean,
Hey,
I'm
let's be
not all
honest.
for having affairs and stuff, but that's a pretty good upgrade.
I was just gonna say,
You know,
he
always
leveled
having
up.
fun.
I mean,
we don't want. We're not advocates here. We don't want to destroy a happy home.
here, unseen here. right?
Really?
Like, yeah.
Has
That's
there
Brad
been any,
Pitt
like,
territory.
Have they
crazy?
been have they been seen together or anything? Like, is there, or is it just total speculation? I can see the two dancing around a water fountain,
Totally.
Who made the move? Who made the
trying to
first
hit,
move?
trying to give. I won't say it.
Who made the first move?
Yeah.
Oh,
Gotta be him. It can't be
Hey,
her.
bro,
well, what is the?
You wanna
setting?
talk about the
he's
ultimate
got
bro code?
cachet. Yeah.
You want to talk about the ultimate bro code? It has to be your Secret Service guys, because he still has them.
Oh yeah.
He does. He's
You know
all-
they've known for a while.
They're probably really good
Well, hold
wingmen
on.
too.
Now-
oh my
now,
goodness, they have to be.
He's
Let's
a
flip
two-time
this.
president, and
Yes,
he's
no.
a pretty good speaker.
Let's flip this. Let's flip this.
Okay.
If this is true and they were to get a divorce, America's sweetheart is going to be a homewrecker?
Oh, well, she got home.
Well,
wrecked.
she got home wrecked.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, for her image, that's not like she's like the girl next door, all American. Everyone feels bad for Jen Aniston in
I'm
the
not
love
really
game.
sure. You
I will-
saw horrible bosses.
I will
Dude,
say-
the first one. I saw the first one.
I
He
will
was
say,
incredible in that movie, by the way.
Oh my god.
I will
yes.
say, in the circle of people that she rides and like, circumnavigates that universe where she's at, right in Hollywood, they're for it, because you want to know why? It's Obama. She's still gonna be the America's sweetheart in that circle of entities because it's
100%.
Obama.
She's
100%.
tight with that
She
whole
can't-
podcast, the Bateman podcast, that whole crew. She's tight with them all.
Oh, Smartless.
Smartless, because she used to date one of their good buddies. Who is it? The one of her recent
Justin, whatever the heck is
Whatever
I
his
almost
name
said
is,
Trudeau,
yeah.
but that's not.
I was
Trudeau,
gonna say
yeah,
Trudeau.
Trudeau,
That's
whatever
not
it
the
is,
wrong
yeah.
Justin. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Wrong
joked
guy.
around we were gonna take over Canada, and it might happen.
Oof.
We kept still
Greenland
fighting
first.
Trudeau's.
Greenland
Yeah, let's say
first.
Greenland.
Like, can you imagine their first like public outing together
Okay.
if it happens, bro?
Okay, so
I
there was
mean, this is incredible stuff.
there was this polarizing.
Never thought
exchange.
you'd talk about this
Bro,
tonight, did you?
forget
We got
about
a new
forget about our
defensive
new
coordinator.
DC.
We're
It
going
doesn't
into
matter.
Aniston
We're
and
gonna-
Obama.
Forget
This
about
is it.
Heatherman.
The whole show's done.
Hey, baby, Aniston's banging Obama.
So there was this polarizing exchange that just happened at Jimmy Carter, where like Donald and Obama are talking. I wonder if that's how it started. Don was like, "Hey, what's up with Aniston?"
Well, I mean, Michelle.
And then that's
blew-
why
blew-
Obama-
yeah.
Michelle wasn't there, you know.
Yeah,
Right,
and
she
that's
blew
why.
off the funeral and she's blowing off the inauguration. So he's
Correct.
going stag to both.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey,
he
Not
should
back
just
at the
show up with her.
hotel.
Just show up with her. He walks out onto that dais with Aniston around arm in arm.
They'd give him the title back.
Right?
I was just gonna
Right
say, if
then
he
and
does
there.
that, give him a
Yes.
third term. Right then
Trump
and
would
there.
say, you
Right
know
then
what?
and
No,
there.
I'm giving it to him.
Over.
Trump would say,
Trump-
no,
you
let
know
him
what?
have it.
Trump would give it to him, I
Yeah.
bet.
He would. He would.
He would just
He'd
walk
be
up
like,
to,
bro.
Yeah. He'd
I
walk,
didn't know.
he'd walk
I
up to
didn't
the
know.
nearest
You can
mic.
have it.
He'd walk up to the nearest mic and just go,
Pennies.
Yeah, we've won world wars, but in terms of that, you could just ride off into the sunset. You just conquered them all. Ah,
That is a fun story.
that is
pretty good.
amazing.
that is good
amazing.
stuff.
By the
I
way,
heard that. I heard that on the
alleged.
way home.
Alleged.
evening.
Can we just throw an alleged?
You know,
in here
100%.
somewhere?
Because as I
Yeah.
said,
But
I
that's
saw
one of
Alleged in the
those
very
ones-
beginning.
Hey, listen, that's one of those alleged. I don't even know how to say that. That's one of those alleged that that's so far fetched. You got to believe it. Like, there's no way. Like, I would have never put those two together. But now
No.
that I've seen it, I'm like, yeah, it's happened.
Look,
Oof.
Jenner's found it in 2 seconds online.
Yeah.
And
It's the first story.
So I told Steph when I heard about it on the way home, I said, that is going to be the first thing I talk about tonight.
Good job, Scoop. Welcome back. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to see if it says anywhere in the
In
article like
Touch
where
Weekly
this came
investigated
from.
these rumors for its August 5th print issue
Yeah.
and confirmed them to be false. However, the publication did note the two had become closer friends. This is back in August.
Pennies.
Pennies.
Oh boy.
Hey, man.
Oh,
Jennifer
boy.
Aniston reacts. Oh, this is back in October. It's been going on for a while.
How about that?
Getting hot
But
and
these
heavy
are from
now.
October and September.
Hot and heavy.
It's
Interesting.
just those are just facts. That just gets in the way of a good story. We just had a great story. Let it roll
Yeah,
with it.
what are we
Let's
doing?
go, baby. Let's go. All right. Should we head down to Greentree on that note?
Oh,
I think we
goodness.
should.
It's not going to get better, but let's go anyway.
Let's go. Pennies.
Obama drama. The drama with Obama. I mean, come
All
on.
right.
So good.
The offseason champs are in full swing. So obviously we did the Beck React show, but Scoop wasn't here, so he's going to have to chime in on that as well. We have a new DC out of Minnesota,
Yeah.
Corey Hetherman. Got some audio from him. 33 new players in house. So boys, where do you want to start?
I think Scoop should pick.
Yeah.
Where are we starting, Scoop?
You got to give me 1 second.
Okay. I think Toast, you should start it.
So let's get more into this Aniston Obama thing while Scoop.
Oh, wow.
All right, so where should we start? Well, I don't want to know. What's he got going on here? Hold on, he's there. Hold on. So he's
That's
being,
where he is
he's
on
being a daddy right now.
Oh,
or
that's
a
where
husband.
Yeah, there you go. Good Scoop. Scoop's a good
Yeah.
man. He's
He
a
is
good man.
He
Look at
is.
him. Look at his
He
smile.
has
Hold
his
on a
moments.
second. Maven just walks out of the room
Mhm.
and says, Obama drama.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no.
no.
I kid
Oh,
you
this
not.
is
no.
good.
She didn't even
I
walk
kid
around
you
the
not.
house
So either
tonight.
she was
Oh,
This is
listening-
very good.
She was listening in the car or she was listening outside the door right then. Either way, I'm sorry. Starting with what?
What do you
I
want to
thought
start
you
with?
start us off.
Your call.
DC or QB? You weren't here for the react show?
Let's go. Yeah, I wasn't here for the DC. I'm sorry. I wasn't here for the QB. You guys touched on that. So let's start DC. Let's talk defensive coordinator. And he's going to be fast, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to be coming downhill, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to play fast, and they're not going to overthink things. And look, it's the same. I've never seen a defensive coordinator go anywhere and say anything other than that. So that whole coach speak thing doesn't get me excited. What gets me excited is, as I put it on a tweet earlier, if you look up defensive coordinator in a dictionary that had a photo in it, it's got that guy's photo. I'm excited about that.
Mhm.
He looks like he would rip your head off.
He also looks
for
like
fun, not even for screwing up, just for fun. No,
he also looks like if you put one of those Amish hats on him, he's Amish.
he's scared. Those eyeballs
Yes.
and that beard
Mm.
He looks like
Scare-
Kratos.
scare
For
me.
those who know who play PlayStation
Hell
games,
yeah.
Connor
God
play-
of War. Yeah.
he looks like the God of War. He needs to literally paint his face, and he will be the God of War. We need him to be the defensive God of War. But Scoop, I know it's coach speak, and I said it too. I'm like, has anybody in the history of defensive coordinator press conferences ever come out? Oh, we're going to be passive and we're going to play bend but don't break, and you're going to hate it. Of course, he's got to come out. But we just finished our second student of the game on him, and I will say he's not lying. He plays a very fast, aggressive style of defense. When I look at it, it's not overly complex. It's not exotic by any stretch of the imagination, but they keep their eyes back on the prize. They keep their eyes on the quarterback. And the one thing that I think is traditional, and it's they allow the defensive line to get upfield. I mean, those guys get upfield. They're not stunting. They're not really twisting. They pretty much line up but they get upfield. Defensive linemen should be overjoyed right now with that man coming into the building, because I think he's going to replicate that. When he says they're going to be fast, in particular, the defensive line is going to be able to penetrate and get upfield.
Okay, and I like that. My hesitation is 2 years ago we were really excited about the exoticness of Guidry's defense, right? And what we saw them being aggressive and having at times all four guys standing up at the line and being able to get after it, and so that's fine. I think what I was most happy hearing in Mario's press conference the other day was that essentially he realized that as the season moved along, that our our former defensive system and scheme was unadaptable. Essentially, they were unable to adapt to what teams were then doing to you as a defense. And he was pretty pissed off about it, right? So that was his biggest thing, is how are we not able to adapt? How are we not able to slow teams down? We keep seeing the same thing. So is he adaptive? Can he run things that allow you to be productive against multiple styles of offense, which we saw this year we were unable to do or unable to be? I like the aggressiveness. I like the fact that it's more simple. I said weeks ago that this team needs to run a more simple offense or more simple defense. Has to because we're getting bogged down with the complexity of what we're trying to run, and you see it. Everybody's confused. And who was the last great defensive coordinator? We said jokingly, Randy Shannon, right? Because he ran a cover 2. And we know that the game offensively has progressed, and defensively, obviously, it's progressed as well. But that's the simplicity you need. You have the athletes down here. You have the ability to get these athletes, see ball, get ball, play aggressive, fast, don't overthink things. So I love that about the fact that you're saying it, that he says it, that other people say it. I'm excited about that. I'm also not terribly excited that it's another defensive coordinator, because this kind of stuff doesn't get me excited anymore. I used to think this stuff was awesome.
I'm happy that you said what you said in terms of Mario, because I didn't hear that, where he was upset that it didn't adapt, because that's what we saw over here at the Orange Bowl boys. And we kept trying to beep. Remember that? Or they keep killing you with motions and shifts. And that's the thing too. Minnesota's defense so far on film, they're not confused, right? They're not confused. They play like the way that guy looks. They're just going to stand right in the room. They're going to get your attention, and they're going to be scary, and they're just going to come after you. They're not going to be perfect, but the fact of the matter is the kids will enjoy the scheme. They're not going to have to overthink it. I think it's going to be adaptive, right? I mean, they absolutely blanked Virginia Tech and the Mayos. I mean, it's a common opponent. Absolutely blanked them. They were all over them every time they moved. Yes.
Is that the one you just did?
That's the one I just did.
Okay, I'm excited to see that then. I'd also like you to, if you have time, not that you'd have nothing else to do, if you could do the Iowa game.
Okay, we could do that.
Because they gave up 30-something, which was the most points all year, to Iowa, who can't score if they were in a room full of Jennifer Anistons.
Yeah, and ultimately the stats are the stats. It was top 5 in total defense and 9 in scoring. And the scoring defense, even with that loss to Iowa, still averaged only in the teens. Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay.
So I agree with everything that you guys said. My thing, Scoop, is kind of with you. I am at the point now where I always love the press conferences. Give me a top 20 defense, please, that I can count on and can get me a stop when I need one. That's that's what I want to see. So until I see it, the talk is great. I will say the one thing he said, and you were right, it was all pretty much coach speak. The one thing that I love that he stressed over and over during this press conference that you don't always hear them stress is the fact that he's actually from an educational background and views himself as a teacher, and that was cut 3 Jenners.
I think teaching, I want to make sure the guys understand why we're doing things. And yesterday in our meeting, it was the X's and O's don't matter right now. Everything is going to be about the technique, the fundamentals, why am I stepping here, my hand placement, my pad level, my bend. Those are the biggest things we want to teach, is the details within everything. And then, as that goes, then we can get into the football. Then we can get into the scheme or the X's and O's. But I want to make sure our guys are technique sound, fundamental sound. They understand the whys. They understand what they're doing and what's going on around them. And I think that's, coming from a teaching background, we can put it on the board. We can give them a playbook. We can show them on film. We can break it down in Indy and teach them the pieces of it or the segments of it. And then maybe go into a group period where you're doing the part. And then when you finally get to a team period, you have the whole. And, you can walk through it. You can do it tempo. And, when you finally go against the offense, now it's a full speed picture. But by the time they get there, they've broken it down so many times. They know what their first step should be. They know where their target should be. They know where their pad level is. They know how to tackle or how to defeat a block, or what their, where their eyes are supposed to go in their progression. And that's how we want to teach it every single day. And when we get to spring football, I want it where they can teach the other guys in the room.
So I love the fact that he's an educator. He's a history teacher. That's where he got into teaching, wanted to do football as well. And I just like that he has that mindset that he wants to teach it. Because I've just felt, and I think we can agree, development hasn't been great. Technique hasn't been great. Stupid penalties, just fundamentals haven't been great. And he kind of stressed that. And I enjoyed that part of it.
And he seems to be breaking it down to its like most simplistic part, right? It's monosoluble. You could just one little part, right? And as long as you know what you're doing to the simplistic, if you can't explain it simply enough, you don't understand it well enough. So if you had a system where the head coach fired you because it was too complicated in parts, maybe you got to go ahead and have this education style. And I like it. I like it. I really, really do. And you kind of see it too, where the one thing that kind of jumped out at me when he was talking to, he's like, they're going to see it. They're going to have their eye progressions. You've always heard about quarterbacks with eye progressions, right? They have to look here, 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 here. Well, he just said on the flip side, his guys have eye progressions. And that's something I've never heard a defensive coordinator say that, my eye progressions. But that is the one thing that I'm noticing is the starkest of stark contrast between Guidry and over here. Because over here, those guys are looking. They look to the quarterback first, then they find their guy, and then they move on. Guidry's guy would literally, the run is running up the fucking middle, and you got safeties running the other way. I wanted to throw my glass at the TV. I'm like, what are you teaching these guys? But you don't see that here. And just that simplistic change where you have people with eye discipline, with Miami kids just being able to watch, and then their instincts can take over from what they see. A cheetah is not going to catch anything if it's blindfolded. A cheetah is only going to catch its food if it doesn't have a blindfold. And Lance Guidry kept blindfolds on his guys. So it's nice to see that he's going to talk about, eye candy and eye discipline. I really like that quote. That's not coach speak because I've never heard that before as far as eye discipline on the defensive side of the ball.
I'll go with you there. I think the one thing that's also very intriguing to me is that he played quarterback. He's not a defensive guy.
You know why he went to defense? To get better at offense, and then never went back.
I did hear him say that. So,
Yeah.
So that to me is very interesting. So you're dealing with a guy who completely understands the other side of the ball and how to essentially try to shut it down, right? You're trying to, how do you figure out a way to shut your own mind down? Stuff that you can see and you've done. Okay, I know how to stop that. I know what bothered me when I went against that. So, that to me, I thought was pretty cool because you just, not very often do you see that, right? You don't see a safety go and be an offensive coordinator, right? So now you've got a quarterback who's going to go be a DC who has been a DC and has been very successful. Look, by all accounts, everyone at Minnesota is really pissed off about this. And that's a good thing.
Well, they just gave him an extension, I thought.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that could be another reason why I was pissed off. But, look, we gave Guidry an extension last year. Doesn't matter.
No.
Listen, last time we went like kind of catalog shopping where we got somebody in a top 5 range nationally, right, was Rhett Lashley. Rhett Lashley was top 5 in scoring offense when we took him from SMU. He turned out okay. This guy's top 5 total, top 10 in scoring.
That's not looking in the Big Ten. It's not like they were playing in the AAC. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
So we want to joke of the Big Ten, but the Big Ten has teams that can score, right? I mean, they face some teams. The Big Ten is that they score now. It's wild stuff. But they're not just plodding around up there. So, okay. So as we dig deeper, I'm more excited than I was. There's certainly some variables in there that's a little bit different. So great. Look, it can't be worse.
They needed to make a change, Scoop.
So
this is a change.
Yeah, so there you go.
Let's see if it works.
And it didn't take 3 months. It didn't take 90 days. It took a couple weeks. Took a few weeks.
He also made some comments that lead you to believe that there may be some position changes. Because he said, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at everything that I have. He made reference to this. building his system around what he has and not trying to force kids who may not fit into a system that doesn't work for them.
That's players, not plays. That's the same.
No, I got you. But that's not what we had.
The one thing I will say where it makes sense is not along the defensive lineman, because what he's asking his defensive line to do at Minnesota, our guys can do, and I think they could do it better. I mean, those guys they are getting upfield. They are getting upfield. They make no bones about it.
How many sacks they have last year?
That I'd have to look up. They are getting upfield, right? They notoriously, that's what they're doing. The one thing where you might have to tweak a position change, he asks his guys to cover. Depending on, he asks his guys to cover. You have to cover now. You got to be smart in coverage, or you're going to have to cover, especially your nickel twos, your linebacker two, who's ever on that 2 guy, 3 guys. I've seen him try to match guys. Like, you take a slot 3, I'm going to match him on him. So if you got some cover guys, which University of Miami just went out and just broke bank to try to go ahead and revamp their secondary. So if they have that, they got guys that can cover, and they got guys that can get upfield. I mean, it's a pretty simple, successful formula. We sack the guy, we cover guys. It's going to go in our formula in our favor.
27.
28.
Oh, you have 28. I had 27.
I have 28 on their website. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
How many did we have last year? Any idea?
Not as much.
Not as many as 28?
No, I think we did.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Have
I don't know. I'm just curious.
I'll get you, buddy.
Overall, look, he's a Schiano guy. I know that Schiano is very high on him, and Mario holds Schiano's word as gold. So I know that was certainly, I believe they had talks about him not just now, but in the past. So I'm excited. It's nice to see.
Scooby.
I mean, yeah.
Miami had 36 sacks.
Okay.
Minnesota had 28.
Good. And I don't necessarily put that on the scheme. I put that on the fact that our players are better than the front 4 at Minnesota. So you can expect 40 out of them next year, is what you're saying. I'm good with that.
Well, Messidor's back.
That works for me. 3.5 a game. Okay. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what the kids have to say. You know?
I know what they were saying last year's system.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Before we get to the changes and everything going on offense and get Scoop's thought on Mr. Beck, Underdog is the best place to cash in on all of your takes during the playoffs. Which players are going to go off and which ones are ice cold? With over 5 million happy players and 2 billion won, Underdog makes it fun and easy to cash in on all of your favorite athletes' performances. With their pick'em game, you can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on the player's stats like yards, touchdowns, interceptions, and more. Create entries with all football picks or mix and match across your other favorite sports. And Underdog is the only pick'em platform that puts the power of the cash out in your hands. Now you can either keep riding with your entry or tap the win now button to cash out whenever you want. We've been playing all season long. We're at $400 up, and they're going to be with us all winter and into the spring. Underdog is the best place to play pick'em. Download the app, sign up, promo code ORANGE, and deposit now to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. That's promo code ORANGE. We will post our bet on Twitter. We'll do that after the show. We're not going to waste our time doing it because I have no idea. I haven't even looked at it. So
good deal.
Well, we will X that out for you later, and you can go ahead and tail us or not. All right, so 33 new players in house, as Mario said in his cut. It is the beauty of January.
And this is always an exciting time of year for us because of the ability to make your program better, right? A lot of moves made in January at all levels, and both in the areas of addition and subtraction, right? At the personnel level, at the coaching level, opportunities to do nothing but get better. And so we've been at it relentlessly, and we intend to continue to do so and continue progress of the program.
So they end up being number 11 in the 24/7 portal rankings, 10 commits. Biggest loss, I guess you would say, Isaiah Horton. Biggest gain, obviously, Carson Beck. And now we're learning today, Georgia wanted him to stay, and Alabama came calling.
He was the number 1 portal QB for a reason. Yeah. He's the dude.
He's the dude you wanted. 2 years ago.
You said he wasn't going to get a dude.
No, I didn't anticipate that. I didn't. 2 years ago, he was elite. He was one of the top quarterbacks in the country, without question, right? 2 years ago, he was much better than Cam Ward was 2 years ago. I'm not saying they're the same quarterback. I'm just telling you that facts are facts. Last year, he still threw for 3,400. He had 26, 27 touchdowns. His picks were up. I think his picks went from 6 to 12. So everyone's like, oh my God, Carson Beck sucks. I will tell you that I've seen a lot of plays. I think they dropped like 3 balls a game. Like their receivers were not very good last year. The year before that, much better. So he has all the intangibles. He's got the size. He's got superior arm talent. He's mobile. He's accurate. He's smart. He's played in big games. And I think that's the most important thing to me. We talked about not having experience. We talked about, oh my God, I can't believe we're going into spring with what we have in that room. Right? Now you've got a guy that arguably now coming back for his 5th year, I believe, arguably has the most big game experience in the country. I can't think of anyone who's got more. So you have that now. You've got Notre Dame week 1, right? You're going to have a defending national champion or a defending national championship loser. Week 1 with a quarterback who doesn't give a shit. He's been there. Like, this is nothing to him. So the only concern, obviously, is the UCL. It's not really that big of a deal. By all accounts, that surgery's no big deal. I mean, it's throwing 3 to 4 months out. Like, it's really not that big a deal. So, look, I'm excited about it. Is it going to be different than last year? Sure. Don't ever expect to see that again. I want everyone take your hat, do whatever you got to do. Get it out of your head. Don't ever expect to see what you saw last year. But you can see variations of it. Variations of it are okay. Toast told you 3 weeks ago, he told me, he set me straight. I was like, this motherfucker actually just told me something that I took in stride. And I was like, damn, he's right. I didn't admit it then, but I'll admit it now. You don't need Cam Moore to get to the playoffs. Cam Moore wasn't in the playoffs. None of the quarterbacks in the playoffs are anywhere near what Cam Moore is as a quarterback. So give me somebody who can get me to the playoffs with a slightly better defense. You'll see some more running. But he can sling it, dude. Mm-hmm. Look, I don't think our receiver room is going to be. This is my one thing. This is getting way down the road here. I think we will see a significant drop in our receiving room. Significant. I do.
What do you mean?
I just don't think we're nearly as good.
Well, what about the kid from Penn State who popped into the portal today?
I don't care about a kid from Penn State. It's not on the team. So you've got the guy from LSU.
CJ Daniels.
Yeah, CJ Daniels. I
mean,
maybe
all your recruits after that. Your recruits.
JoJo's going to be great.
Yep.
But you don't have that
experience.
You don't have X. You don't have Horton, right? So you don't have Jacoby. For as many dumb things as he's done, I know, Ro. For as many dumb things as he's done,
these are why we're not playing in the playoffs. I mean,
he was really good though. Like, let's put this into perspective. So, look, I'm excited about it. I'm not drinking any Kool-Aid. 7-5 to 8-4. So you got a game extra with your dude, Ro.
Listen,
but I'm excited to see it.
Just like you got a dude, I was like, oh, we need a dude. Where are you going to get a dude? We got a dude. I think because we got that dude, when that spring portal opens up again, I think you could probably get the dude. I think they realize
probably
with the secondary revamped, I agree. You're going to need that lights out wide receiver, right?
You need one more guy. You need the guy.
You need a guy at wide receiver, the guy. And if you could get that guy at wide receiver, that's all bets are off. And I will tell you this, all bets are on. I'm going to watch every one of his interceptions, and I'm already 6 in because I've watched 2 games and he's thrown 3 picks in both. And the Alabama game, I'll tell you this, Alabama game, because on our producer extraordinaire, he said, you got to go watch this game. He was on fire. He had a great game. Out of the 3 interceptions, 2 were not on him. 2 were not on him. One wide receiver just ran the wrong way. He was supposed to run a screen. Guy ran a slant. The whole team ran a screen. He didn't. That was a pick. And then later on, you throw a ball for a fade, 50-50 ball, you're going to put it on a quarterback because it's a 50-50 ball. That dude just faded. Like, I'd be so heated if I came to the sideline and I threw that pick and my wide receiver didn't fight for the ball. Completely doesn't fight for the ball. So 2 of those picks were not on him. He led his team all the way back. He didn't make the most perfect throw on his 3rd interception, but that is a play where your wide receiver, if he's fighting for it, he could potentially catch that ball too, and he just totally rolled over and died. So, whatever.
Scoop, you must have missed the React show. The floor is now 10-2.
Yeah,
I don't know where the 7-5, 8-4 thing's coming from.
Yeah.
Floor is
we
10-2.
went from 7-5 to 8, and now we're 8-4.
Yeah, floor is 10-2. Floor is 10-2.
Oh, I must have missed that.
We're going to lose 2 games and make the playoffs. That's it.
Floor is 10-2.
Okay.
Anything worse than 10-2, and that will be a failure for this season. The amount that you spent on the secondary, the amount you spent on a quarterback, over $3 million. Floor is 10-2, Scoop. What flavor Kool-Aid do you want?
I don't want any of it. I'm not even back to a thimble.
Tangerines. What would it take? What would it take for you to be like, yeah, 10-2 seems reasonable? All right, go ahead. What do you need?
I told you 11-1 after I watched the spring game.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a spring
He's
game.
not playing in the spring.
I know. We don't have a spring game. So I don't know what you're getting from me. Or when you're getting it. I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
No, I'm just looking at it in parts. Like you say, okay, you get like just a lights out wide receiver that just goes like that. You know, you got a running game. The offensive line's going to be good.
Yeah.
Maybe linebackers. Like what do
this,
you need?
This schedule is significantly more difficult than it was last year.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you take this revamped defense and secondary and defensive coordinator and you put Carson Beck on this team and you play last year's schedule, you're in the playoffs.
You're undefeated.
I do 100%. I do believe that. Next year, it's a totally different schedule. And it's not nearly as easy.
Irish scoop again.
Right?
It's not nearly as easy. So I mean, I don't think 8-4 is out of the question. I think 10-2 is certainly viable.
It's the floor, Scoop.
But I think 8-4 is also viable.
See,
that's the basement, Scoop. That's the basement. That's not good.
8-4 is probably the floor. 10-2 is the ceiling. For me.
Oh,
I'm going to stay on 10-2. I'm going to stay on 10-2.
12-0 is the ceiling, bro. 13-0 is the ceiling. What are you
The ceiling's the floor. The ceiling's the floor. I don't
see what happens? You get Scoop back on the show and everyone becomes rational again.
Oh, no. You were 11-1 last year.
Yeah. I ain't the one that said we were going to suck last year.
I was only 1 game off.
I nailed it.
I was 1 game off.
Yep.
I was 11-1 too. I just had us losing to Florida.
It's true.
All right. Talk about our partners.
Good talk.
It's the middle of January. What kind of flavor Kool-Aid are you drinking?
None of it.
God, it's going to be a long 7 months.
It is.
We're going to need some interviews.
I was going to say we better get some guests.
I gotta get back in the swing and get this.
We're going to get in trouble.
Yeah,
this is going to be bad.
I mean, look, I can come
This
here
is
every
really bad.
really bad. I can come here every week with some Obama drama.
Sure. No,
I can bring you a story every week that will make you question your existence. That makes me question my existence a little bit. I got to be honest with you.
Man, it would have been so epic if it was with Hillary.
You're right.
Oh, man. In the pantsuit, just, oh, yeah. All right. Anyways, let's talk about our friends.
You see her and Bill at Carter's funeral?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Still going strong.
Oh, they want.
Talk about a marriage of convenience.
They want nothing to do with one another. It's amazing. It's truly amazing.
Like, yeah, they're in hell.
Boys.
They're in hell with each other.
Did she sew herself shut like 40 years ago? Like that thing hasn't seen anything in 40 years.
Oh, we're talking. No. Let's not talk
Are you
about
saying there's like cobwebs and
Cellulite hanging in pubic hair.
All right.
I
Should we
suddenly
talk-
lost my appetite.
Talk to me about a roof, Ro.
Well, I have a true life testimonial because it was blue tarp season at your boy's house, and I had Bange Roofing come out. And guess what? We're doing a roof repair. Yes, we are. Yep, they're coming next week. And I'm a big fan, and you should be a big fan too, because if you are in the middle of blue tarp season, Bange Roofing is the number you need to call. And it's real simple. It's 981 Roof, 305-954-561. It doesn't matter. Like I said, your boy Ro, well, I need a roof repair. But if you need a complete new roof, he's got you too, because his roofs are on fire. All right.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Paul.
Yeah,
Give me a
that's
call.
his name. I was just about to throw it to you, Scoop. I was like, what's his name? Paul. And you give him a call. 981 Roof. Bange.
Miami HTS, Miami Hurricane Team Store, is the official merch of your Miami Hurricanes. You can go down to the store, Coral Gables, across from the campus. Use promo code OBB24, get 20% off, or go online at MiamiHTS.com. Use promo code OBB24 and still get 20% off. Same 20% off will work for you at Manscaped.com as well, using promo code OBB. 20% off to make sure that your genitals are looking good enough for Jennifer Aniston to say hi to them.
Woo!
And then we got packages,
BeatingTheBookie.com.
baby.
BeatingTheBookie.com. You know what? It's Thursday morning, and they are in the West Coast swing. The Amex Championship starts today. You can still get the package.
Yeah.
You still get the package because they start
And you
later.
want the package.
Later, and you want the package.
You know why?
It's got a couple max plays.
Two max plays.
Two max. I will tell you this. I've never seen two max plays in a golf tournament.
Neither have I.
So, beatingthebookie.com is where you get it. At Beating the Bookie, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. No more TikTok as of Sunday, apparently. I think that is Gonzo. Oh, I got another great TikTok story. We'll get to it.
Our last TikTok
it's
story, apparently.
amazing. Truly amazing. Anyway,
All right.
Go get your packages.
All right. Interesting story. We were talking about this. American Football Coaches Association had their annual meeting. I believe it was unanimous. They have putting forth to the NCAA their recommendation that the portal windows for football be reduced down to a single window, January 2nd to January 12th. No more spring, no more before the end of the bowls, no more Marshall bullshit with a team having to opt out of a bowl because they lost their entire squad. No, you get 10 days beginning of January. That's in time for you to get into classes for your new place.
That's right.
And nothing else in the spring. Yeah. This is it. No, just this 10 days, one time. That's it. I'm for it, man. Forget the spring.
They finally took out their commonsensicals from the popsicle box. About damn time. Kudos, boys. Kudos to you. Common sense. Just one portal season. It's going to monumentally cut down the stress on programs and coaches. I think it's prudent. I'm for it. And the opt out before bowls was always a terrible idea. I don't even know how that even got spoken into existence. So they needed to make a change with the portal. That's a sensible change, and I agree with it. I think we all would. No brainer.
Great.
Yeah, and listen, I'll tell you what, and I like the elimination of the spring portal because that makes your actual recruiting matter more.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I like it more when recruiting, when it was weighed more heavily towards your recruiting as opposed to what you do in the portal.
I agree. And I think also it eliminates, on the flip side of it eliminates kids leaving because they're not getting the playing time they thought they were going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Suck it up, work harder. I don't know. Like that will eliminate a lot of jumping because now you're locked in. You do that one portal, you're locked in. You're locked in spring, summer, fall, the entire actual season. So that's a way to lock them in. I think it's great. I think it's great.
Yeah,
you have
the holidays
to
talk it over with your parents.
The calamity summer.
Yeah, you have to. It was insane. Like, listen, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So, all right. Before we get into the other stories, there's one more that popped that I just wanted to get your thoughts on. Talking about drama. Jerry Jones talking to Deion Sanders, possibly about the head coaching position with the Cowboys.
Done deal.
Oh yes, please let this happen.
Done deal.
Oh, let it happen.
He says it's intriguing, but I love Boulder. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, like his kids are gone.
He's not. Yeah, exactly. He's got nothing there. He's not committed to them. He's not going to turn down coaching the Cowboys. Not going to happen.
If he gets the job, I mean, Dak is as good as gone, because you know what he's
They're not going to get
ultimately
Shador.
How do they get him though?
And he would have
Draft
to
up.
like say, I'm not playing for anybody else.
which is possible.
You have to pull an Eli.
What is this
Maybe
thing?
the
The,
bigger
the
Eli.
Bronny James.
I mean,
Yeah.
Eli
You try
Manning
to
did
draft
it.
him. We're gonna
Yeah.
play overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
The Lakers
Dallas
pulled that
doesn't
card.
have the third pick as opposed to the second pick.
Is Bronny
Like
still on the roster?
He plays for their G League.
No, he's
team.
a G League, yeah.
Yeah.
But only home games. Only home games for the G League.
No, he
doesn't
started
travel.
traveling. I
Yeah,
think he started.
doesn't
traveling.
travel.
Yeah.
He doesn't travel.
No, because he has to work out at the gym with the Lakers.
Why would you want to travel? What a joke
He
that
is.
those people are.
Yeah.
All right.
So want to hear my story? Here's the other
Yeah.
TikTok
Oh yeah,
story.
yeah.
before we-
Your TikTok story.
Goes back to the LA fires, which obviously catastrophe, still burning, by the way. Which I can't wrap my mind around it. Still burning, but Pacific Palisades obviously I think was the worst hit. Still, one of the houses that burnt down was owned by Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montauk, right? Which, if you guys remember Spencer and Heidi from the Hills, it was this whole thing, and they fought constantly, and nobody could believe that they were still together, and yada yada yada. Well, they have 2 kids. They're still together. Been together 16 years. Anyway, she tried to become a pop star, like in 2009, 8, 9, and they spent all their money on this album, and it went nowhere, as you can imagine. Right. So Spencer Pratt is hysterical on TikTok, like truly hysterically funny. And he starts getting out there after the fire, and he's showing, this, that, whatever. And he's like big into hummingbirds. Like he's an interesting dude, crystals, the whole thing. And he starts talking about Heidi's music, and he's trying to find a way to monetize all of his stuff because they have nothing, right? So he starts putting it out there to play Heidi's stuff on iTunes or Spotify or this or that, whatever. That album is now the #1 album in 14 countries. And they have made a gazillion dollars off this. They were on Good Morning America yesterday. She's now like getting back in the studio with Pitbull, was putting some stuff together. Like, it's gone completely insane. It's a great story, but it's hysterical because of who it is. And if you watch him, how he's done this in the last 2 weeks is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, dude. So anyway, that's my story. It's been really entertaining to watch something good come out of something so horribly bad.
The Obama drama story was better.
100%. But if you have a
this is little
chance
more
to go,
positive and uplifting, yeah.
look
Yeah,
up
sure.
TikTok, look up Spencer Pratt on TikTok, and watch like his story, or not his stories, but his feed for like the last 2 weeks. Hysterically funny. So it's worth doing.
Right. So, if you can believe it, after 110 games we picked this season, we are all tied right now at 54 and 56 with
What?
1 game remaining.
All 3 of you.
Is
Yeah.
this true?
It's 100% true. You're tied.
You
You're all
can't.
3
go
of you are
into the-
110 games you guys
Yeah.
picked this season.
All 3 of us are tied.
All 3 of you are tied.
And none of us
54 and
made money.
56. Nope, we all lost
No,
your money.
Everybody lost. Yeah.
Even with this win, we lose.
But last game of the year to pick, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
OH laying 8 in the national championship game. Totals 45.5.
Okay, here's what I believe we should do.
Mm-hmm.
None of us should say this now. I think we all need to text Jenners or email Jenners our pick.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. with a final score.
With a final score.
Yeah, give me your winner and a final score.
Yeah.
Winner
okay.
and final score.
Okay.
Do not put it in the group chat.
Okay.
Dummies.
One of us would have.
100%.
I was halfway started. I was like, delete, back it up.
Winner and final score, and then we'll see how it turns out.
Okay.
We won't know until it turns out next week.
All right. And I'll tell you what, you'll get a win for the winner and for being closest to the final score. So maybe you could finish 500 if you go 2-0.
You can go 2-0.
Yeah, two
All
wins
right.
here.
Yeah.
Ninja picks.
All right.
We'll do a couple quick fun stories, then we'll get to 5 questions.
Please
Is it
tell
the
me this
closest-
Tourette one.
Is
Oh,
it
I
the
have to do the
closest
Tourette.
total, or what is it?
I think we do. Well, do you want
It's
to
got
just
to be
do
total, I think.
Yeah, just be total then. So let's just do spread and total.
Spread and total.
Yeah.
What's
So-
the
so
spread?
The spread is 8.
OH is -8.
Okay.
Total is 45.5.
Yeah.
So give us a total number of points and
Who's your
Okay.
winner?
the
Okay.
spread.
Winner,
And
winner,
with the
chicken
spread.
dinner.
With the spread.
So you're doing the spread and the total number. Those 2 bets.
But the total number is your
Your
Number.
number. It's not over under. It's
not
just your
it's not the
number.
over
Yeah,
under.
correct. It's just your number.
We made this way too complicated. Okay.
No, you guys can figure it out.
All
You're,
right.
you're
this is
smart.
fine. We're not
You guys are
idiots.
smart.
So there's a new show on the TLC. It's called the Learning Channel. You don't learn anything, but it's called TLC, and it's a show about a young social media influencer. Her name's Baylin Dupree, and she's big on TikTok and Instagram. and stuff.
Yeah.
She
But
was
she
big on
was.
TikTok.
She
Was.
was.
Not
There you
anymore.
go.
Not anymore. Learn to speak Chinese.
Just the tick chick.
Yes. Whoa. Caught me off guard with that one.
Is that true?
I don't know. But she has Tourette's. So they're doing this show about her. It's called Baylin Out Loud. So they put out a teaser of what these shows are going to kind of be like.
Oh yeah.
She's funny, dude.
They basically, she's very funny, but they told her, like, explain Tourette's. And as she's doing so, she just gets in these little, like, crazy Tourette's rants. So I wanted to play you a
She's
preview
awesome. She's awesome.
of this girl's show. This is great.
My name is Baylin. I'm 21 years old and I have Tourette syndrome. In a little baby weenie. Spotted alone in a safari. An itchy baby weenie. Sorry, I'm excited. Off. Off. Tourette syndrome is a neurological, involuntary motor and vocal disorder that is chronic. Chronic dick. Slap that wiener, wrap that wiener, tap that wiener. My tics can come from anything. Anything I see, hear, smell, think about. I'm trying not to look at him. Try not to look at who? Him! Because every time I see a bald person, I have to tell them that they're bald. So, you're bald.
You're bald. You're bald.
God.
Well,
Chronic dick.
oh my goodness.
Slap that wiener, wrap that
Yeah.
wiener, tap that wiener.
Jed.
Here's the thing too. So she's 21.
No, we're not
So
making
she's
fun.
She's mildly attractive.
No, very much so. Yeah,
So so it's like it's even more interesting.
it's like
She
it's
curses
not-
all the time.
all the time. All the
What
time.
possibly could this woman say during coitus?
Slap
Oh,
that
nothing
wiener,
that's gonna
wrap
be
that
good
wiener,
for you.
Tap that wiener.
Chronic dick.
Yeah.
Chronic dick.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like you're gonna hear those sound bites on the show forever now.
Oh my
We all have, we all have a buddy that's that, right? We all know somebody who's just that.
Chronic dick.
Yep, that's him.
Chronic dick. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, I had to play
Hold
that
on.
because it's so
Toastus,
good.
Toastus, what are you looking up?
I don't know.
Our,
know what?
someone that we haven't mentioned in a long time. The fourth OBB is randomly dropping me AHA videos right now, and James Taylor videos, and Nas videos. I don't know
What's he doing?
What's Lonesy doing?
I don't know. I don't know what Loans has got going on right now, but
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I got he's dropping me AHA.
Tell him to
and-
go watch Balin.
Baylin
Tourette
out
girl.
loud. Yeah,
right?
Balin
Oh my
Allen.
goodness.
Name of the
So
show.
yeah, all right. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
It's on TLC.
Yeah, it's on TLC.
You can
Also-
curse on TLC.
No, they bleep it all out. I mean, well, we get except for the
Oh.
but like you heard the FUs were all bleeped out and stuff like that. But
Well, that's
well, it's
Fuck
it's
no,
but just slap the
stupid.
dick was
You're
fine.
right, but yeah.
Let's move her on to Netflix. Come on.
Yeah,
Oh,
Come on
now.
please,
because
please.
it's so funny, dude.
Oh, it's
like
great.
she's so funny.
Yeah, very much so.
Well, so back in the day
Slap
when
that
it first,
wiener.
when it first
Slap
launched,
that wiener. Wrap that wiener. Tap that wiener.
the Learning Channel was actually for
checking in
school.
with Jennifer Aniston.
Slap that wiener. Wrap that wiener. Tap that wiener.
Is that Michelle saying that?
That was Michelle. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else we got?
Other story that I loved this week. Did you see the guys pull the Coyote out of the produce section of the Aldi in Chicago? Did you not see this?
A live coyote?
Oh, a live coyote
In Chicago.
in
What
Chicago.
part of Chicago?
In where was it? Northwest corner of Chicago.
Okay.
There's these pest control guys. Go Google the video real quick.
Wiley's wildin'.
Coyote at Aldi's. It pops right up.
Coyote.
So there's people are filming this in the store. There's like these pest control guys, and you can see them in the bottom area of like the produce section, so like the bottom drawer, and they're rooting around behind all the food, trying to like, and you think they're looking for like a rat or a rabbit or something. One of these dudes gets a hold of this thing's tail and pulls it out, and a giant wolf-sized coyote comes out of the produce section. The dude lets it go, and it dives straight back in and disappears. It is shocking. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Did he know this was going to be a coyote in there?
I don't know. I don't know if they did. I think they said that we think there's an animal in there, and he
Oh
got
my
a
God,
hold
look,
of the
he's
tail.
pulling him out.
Now watch look how big
Pulling the
this damn
tail.
thing is.
He's the size of my dog.
Yeah, no, he's like the size of a German Shepherd. He's humongous.
He jumps right
And he
back
goes
into the
straight
cooler.
back in and disappears.
I'm watching it.
Vanishes.
But it's better when you watch the clip because he said he vanished under a section of fried cheeses. And then the cop says, "Yeah, they do this sometimes."
What?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. He hid under a section of fine cheeses.
Did they finally get it out?
Yeah, I think they did. Yes, eventually.
Yeah, they got a picture
Yeah,
in a cage.
They got it. Yeah, but the video is. So I guess my question off the visit: what's the craziest encounter you've had with a wild animal? Have you ever come across anything like this?
When I
I've
was
never had to pull a coyote out of a refrigerator.
No, I would
No.
imagine. I don't think many of us have been there. No.
when I was a kid, I got attacked by geese.
Those are
They're
mean
sons of
animals,
bitches,
dude.
man. They are
I've heard
bastards.
that.
They are
Geese
not
are
nice.
They're
mean.
nasty fuckers.
It's not the first time because when I'm watching the clip, they said there was another one in 2007, and this one's even funnier. He just walked into like a Starbucks and went right into their drink cooler. He's just
Not anymore. Now he's got to buy something.
now he's looking at her like
Oh,
this.
that's right. You can't just use that.
Can't do that. No, sir. No,
Oh
sir.
yeah, no, with the
You
the
need a-
coyote.
Yeah, you need a frappuccino or
I have a
something. now.
grande latte for a rabid frappuccino for a rabid coyote. No.
Wiley wants a frappa. Way to go, Wiley Coyote. Oh, that was amazing. That's so
Oh
amazing.
man.
Yeah,
Oh, my
I've never seen
goodness.
anything like that. But yeah,
Ah,
no,
the-
no run-ins with wild animals.
No,
Okay.
of course.
No, I was too close to a bear. In where were we? I think Utah. Maybe not.
I'm surprised you haven't had one, Roe.
Maybe Wyoming.
Yeah,
it was either
I
Utah or
figured-
Wyoming. Very
course.
too close to a bear.
Of course,
How-
of
how
course.
close
You
is
never
it
got like
too
an
close?
alligator call, like in a pool or something?
Hold on, wait. I want to know how too close to a bear is. Like when you say you're too close, like you guys hanging out, or is he like
No, so we were on a
10
trail.
feet?
No, it was probably 15 feet, 20 feet. Like it was too close because it was like
Within striking distance.
it was ravaging this tree trunk. Like it was going after it. And we were like, and you know, they give you bear
Oh,
bear
repellent
something.
or-
It's this
yeah.
loud noise like to scare them off or whatever. Yeah, no, it was intimidating. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, there's Ro. What do you got?
Yeah.
There you go.
And there's a
Yeah.
gator.
There you go. Roe with a gator.
Not surprised,
of course.
though.
Yeah.
The guy rolls up in the back of our station. He's like, I caught this gator with my fishing pole. I'm like, well, what are you doing? So yeah, here we are, like wrestling him. Wrestling him. And we taped them up. We call the guys, man, the animal control guys were dicks, man. They were so pissed. They're like, what did you do that for? And I'm like, what do you want me to do? The guy comes up to our station. He's fighting with an alligator. We helped him. We do it. Oh, it was a small one. You should have put him back. I was like, could you just take this guy somewhere else? Yeah, of course. Run-ins with animals all the time.
All right.
All right, I think it's time for 5 questions.
Oh
Let's
my
do
God,
it.
that's right. I forgot we had 5 questions. Holy shit.
Stay with us, Toast.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Let's go.
Question number 1. What is a movie character that is actually a good role model for men?
Role model for men. I mean, John McClane, right?
Do tell.
Well, I mean, he flies across the country to try to repair, help out a marriage that's obviously on the rocks a little bit. Ends up saving a bunch of people. Is great with a little tagline, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. I mean, yeah, I think John McClane.
Good role model.
Yeah.
I have an outside the box one.
Oh, boy.
John Witherspoon from Friday,
Oh.
the dad. Because Craig's going to shoot Debo. And he goes, no, son, you fight him. You fight like a man. He makes him fight Debo, and he wins. But he would have gotten himself thrown in jail and probably ruined his life if he would have shot Debo.
That is a very good one.
Very
I saw-
outside the box. Yeah. We watched Friday the other night, and I'm like, it's a good moment, actually. In a ridiculous, silly, stupid, great movie. It's a good moment.
I saw a clip of Zeus fighting in the WWF.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I
It's
forgot
Debo.
about that.
Debo. Yeah.
Debo was Zeus. And he was
Yeah.
like, you couldn't even knock him off his feet. Crazy.
No.
I mean, my 2 are kind of from my movies, but it's either William Wallace or it's Maximus. I can't. It's one or the other. I mean, they all die in the end fighting for a good cause. I mean, I might have to edge this out. Well, actually, no. They both ended up getting with the princess too at a point in time. I mean, William Wallace had to lose his wife's head first to do it. But anyways, those are my role models.
All I can think about is Jennifer Aniston in Horrible Bosses. It's all I've been able to think about for like the last 45 minutes.
Okay.
And that's his good role model for a man, Jennifer Aniston. All right. Question number 2. Dead giveaway. You grow up as a lonely child. I will go first because I know a lonely child. They eat obnoxiously slow.
I don't eat that slow anymore.
Yes, you fucking do, bro. Like, yes, you do. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you never had to sit at a dinner table where other people were trying to eat your substance, and you just sit there and take an hour to eat like a single celery stick. It's annoying.
I did.
Bro used to bring a Las Patas hoagie over to his house every year for the NFL draft.
Oh, I miss Las Patas.
His La Spada would last like the entire 7 rounds.
Of course.
3 days.
Of course. Of course.
It's like Homer with the spoiled sandwich that he's eating on for a
Sure.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this question was not about me at all,
I'm just saying.
but yet I'm the focal point.
You're the only child.
I know.
I mean, nah.
But here's the thing. He said lonely child. I was not lonely.
It's only.
I was just
Only.
fine. You said
Only.
lonely.
I wrote it wrong, but it's only child. Yeah. not
Only
lonely.
child. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
100%. That, and I'm not very good at sharing.
Yeah. So an only child, because they're not good at sharing.
That's a
Because
good
they
one.
never really had to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
Yeah, I didn't have,
Eat
so
slow.
like the girls will like grab my cup to drink water, and I'll be like, what are you doing? Like, get your, my daughter. So I'm like, get your own water. I'm like, give my cup back.
Scoopy's like he's in prison.
It's like,
he's
it's
around his food.
Steph's so, she gets so annoyed. She's like, you are so terrible. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, it's my water. Like, they have their own cups.
They have their own cups.
More than one cup in this house.
They're your children.
Yeah.
If they're that thirsty, they can walk 4 feet to get water.
They got legs now.
Right?
God.
That's right.
Ours
They were
too.
they were mobile 7 and 12 years ago.
So, what's a dead giveaway you grew up an only child?
Talking out loud to yourself constantly. People, I find like people that spend a lot of time by themselves will have full-on conversations with themselves, and then when they get around other people, forget that you're not really supposed to debate yourself on things.
Good answer. Good answer.
People go, huh?
Good answer.
Who are you talking to? Oh, sorry, I was talking to myself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine would be the ones that I grew up with. They were spoiled because they always got what they wanted.
Oh. All right.
Not bad.
If question number 3, if aliens landed tomorrow, not the ones from
When they
outside.
land tomorrow,
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's the hottest stock? Got to think a little bit.
They land tomorrow. What becomes the hottest stock?
See, I'm going to say Pfizer. No, I am. Because I think just like the cross-contamination, and they're probably going to need to be vaccinated.
Smith and Wesson. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
Whatever gun manufacturer.
Pfizer's gonna
Aliens
make
land.
sure.
All the
Pfizer's
rednecks.
going to make sure.
All the
they get
rednecks who live out here by me are going to buy up guns by the hundreds.
All right.
Yeah, I don't. But yeah, they land. The first thing I do is I'm just basically just breaking into Bass Pro Shops and just.
Oh, I
loading
know.
up.
I know that.
Loading
that-
up.
That's the typical question. I just want to know what's the hottest stock the next day.
The hottest stock. I don't know. I don't think there's any corporation right now that is poised positionally to take advantage of an alien takeover.
I've
Which is
seen
kinda
World
surprising.
Worlds. It was like the flu that killed them all.
I'm
So-
going.
Right?
I'm going Tesla.
Tesla.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
Oh, you think he's one of them?
he's the leader of them
Gotcha. Sure.
Oh, good call.
All right, then I'm going SpaceX. They got to get home somehow.
for sure.
Oh,
There you
good
go.
call.
Now
Well,
you're
that was
thinking-
that was my
now you're
original
thinking-
thought, but then I realized I don't think they have a stock. I don't think SpaceX is on the exchange.
No, but they will be if
Maybe
they'll have. Yeah, essentially they will be at one point. Right?
He 100% leads all of them.
Yes.
Have you guys hold on?
Oh God.
Have you guys seen the clips of Joe Rogan and his getting his guest to do the smelling salts?
Mm-mm.
No.
What?
I've seen his clips, but I haven't seen
No.
the ones of them doing.
You haven't
smelling
seen
salts.
clips of him getting his guest to do smelling salts?
Oh, I've done it numerous times.
Oh, this is better than anything I brought up today. And then getting who's the comedian? He's got the podcast with the long hair. He's the country kid.
Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn doing smelling salts with Joe Rogan.
That should be our thing. When we have a guest, we'll have them do the same
Dude.
thing. Except it won't be smelling salts. It'll be something else.
You have to go watch these.
We'll send
They
them
are-
a package.
They are break your stomach open funny. Like it's beyond. And Theo Vaughn. Woo.
Next up.
I don't even remember. I don't know what the question was. I already answered the question. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now it's question number 4. Let me see about the order here. All right. We're going to go this order instead. What is a strange, non-sexual thing that actually turns you on?
So you
No,
give me
I don't know if I want to listen to this.
Oh, I got one. It's obscure.
give me a bowl, and you put a warm brownie on the bottom of it, kind of press it down a little bit, and then you start loading up some ice cream on
Oh,
top
no.
of that.
Talk slower.
And then I'm gonna want to do some, the little teeny baby Reese's peanut butter cups,
You
the
like
little
those?
small ones.
When they get
Well,
cold, they suck.
but you put they're great on ice cream, bro. You put it on the ice cream, then you put some of the not the sauce, the shell. I love the shell.
The magic shell.
The magic
Yeah.
shell. Fucking
Magic
come
shell.
on, bro.
Magic
Oh,
shell is
over the top.
elite.
And then you eat that. You eat that and you enjoy it. And you get a hard on.
so for me, and like I said, it's weird. It's a weird like turn on for me. So like when a cute girl, and I preface it, but when a cute girl has her ear sticking out through her hair a little bit, like just you could see her ear. I just strangely and oddly find that super attractive. Don't ask me why.
We won't.
I know it will not make sense.
I'm just gonna say cheesecake.
I mean, come on.
This-
What's your favorite cheesecake?
I walked past it in the store and I'm like,
What's your favorite?
Pass and kick
give
on
me
that one
good
too.
old New York style cheesecake,
All right.
man.
With strawberries or without strawberries?
I'll take it either way.
It was Jen's
Yeah,
birthday.
but
the other
you
day.
got to take it one way. You said cheesecake is your
Okay, then
strange
with.
turn on.
Yeah,
Okay.
then with, for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Jen's birthday the other day. We went to her brother's house to celebrate, and her sister went and got her a Publix cake. Half of the cake, or 3/4 of the cake, is cheesecake. The bottom half is red velvet.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
Bro. Publix is really Publix bakery cakes are phenomenal.
No, they're
this
great.
thing was insane.
I need to lay down.
Cake and red velvet combined.
I will tell you this though. I have had monumental hits in my house as I've been like cooking these meals for them when they come home from school. But I'll just take your standard cheesecake and I'll just randomly go in the aisle of and whatever looks interesting at the day. It could have been a Hershey's bar, it could be Kit Kat, it could be like a little packet of Oreos
on top.
And I literally crush them up, right? Whatever it is, and I sprinkle it over and I put a little cinnamon on the plate and a little whipped cream, and they think it's the best thing ever.
You are the best dad in the world.
Not really, but
Yeah,
I'm the best dad for them.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
awesome. Yeah,
I'm the best dad for them. No, but that was advice that was told me a long time ago. I was like a new dad, right? And they said, "Hey, can I give you advice?" I'm like, "Sure." You're nervous about being a dad? I'm like, "Yeah, of course. Everybody is when they're a dad." And they said to me, they're like, "You're not going to be the best dad in the world." It's like, okay, asshole. Like, that's like such bad advice. He goes, no. If you think about it, there's going to be dads that are way, way better than you. But you just have to be the best dad to those kids. And it always stuck with me. So I appreciate the compliment, buddy. But I'm like, no, I'm just the best dad for them.
nice.
So, all right. We didn't answer. Everybody didn't answer. But what's the strange sexual thing you got? No, Scoop's the only one left. What's that? We got two foodies, and I went with some obscure hair thing.
If you can talk sports with me as a female.
Okay.
I was about to say, wow, like he is so erect right now.
There's a secret.
Did you like that pause?
I was like, I just realized
It was so good.
I
was like, just-
that thing.
You guys
realized
all
one of my
just
best
silent.
friends secretly had a hard on for me for all these years. Who
Slap
knew?
that wiener. Wrap that wiener. Tap that wiener.
You guys
He
are
has
so
been.
silent. That was so good. No,
Yeah.
if you as a chick can legitimately talk sports,
See,
Yeah.
there you go. Great answer.
That
Great
works.
answer.
Yeah,
Ding.
yeah.
All right. Question number 5. Biggest risk you ever took? Was it worth it?
Yeah. I think it was. Biggest risk I ever took was getting in my car at like 22 and just getting on 95 South until it ended. With all my possessions and just left the whole family behind. Worked out.
Cool story. Yeah.
biggest risk I ever took, and this is gonna sound, I don't know how this is gonna sound. I'm not sure how it's gonna sound to me. Biggest risk I ever took was having kids. For me. I'm not a kid person. So growing up an only child, not being around kids, I mean, Ro knows this. It just wasn't my thing. So that was a massive risk in life. Was it worth it? Yeah, I'd say. Those kids are, I mean, most days, great.
I'll take it a step further because I knew me and you all knew me and I know the band side of me. And I was like, I'm just going to have a kid. I don't want to have the marriage part though. So the biggest risk I ever took was stepping into a marriage. And 20 years this year, boys. Yeah. I would say, with the kids and everything worked out, that was definitely outside of my comfort zone, but it was definitely worth the risk.
We got married the same year?
Yeah. You were earlier and I was later. You were like in May, right?
May.
Yeah. May. It's got to be May. Like, why the hell does Justin Timberlake say May? It's me. It's me. It's gotta be me.
It's much easier to
I know it is. We were yes, I was your vocal harmony for years and years. I'm quite positive I know you say the same thing. I'm just making fun of him. What's your biggest risk, Jenners?
Mine was kind of a little bit of a long road. So moving to Atlanta was the biggest risk we ever took because we had what at the time was a great gig in Miami with Zeta and Big and all that stuff. And it did not work out at first because I got fired. We moved the whole family here, and I got fired about 14 months into this adventure. But getting fired landed me at the sports station, which landed me with the Braves, which landed me with Shaquille, which landed me with you guys, which landed me all the awesome stuff that I have. So all the cool things I got to do was because the risk I took didn't work out.
That's cool.
Which was kind of
that's cool.
But it's a long view. Like in the moment when you lose your job and you just moved your whole family to 600 miles away and quit
especially
your job,
as a man, right? When you're a provider and that
the world's
hurts.
on fire. The world's on fire. You know,
He's on fire.
Yeah, and then eventually he's on fire, and then eventually it all came back around. But it paid off in time. Took a long time, but it got there.
All right.
That was 5 questions, boys. Now we got to name this thing.
He vanished into the section of fine cheeses.
I got.
I've got one.
Oh, Toast got
ahead.
one.
I got two. I wrote down.
Go,
I wrote down 2. First one, a room full of Jennifer Anistons, and second one, learn to speak Chinese.
Okay.
All right. I had commonsensicals from the popsicle box.
Oh yeah, I wrote that down too. Take out your commonsensicals.
Commonsensicals from the popsicle box. I mean, what the fuck?
I also wrote down Obama drama.
Obama drama. Yeah. That's a good
Obama
one.
Drama. What flavor Kool-Aid do you want? And Wiley wants a Frappuccino.
I don't know. I the Aniston, the Obama thing, just because of the episode, I almost feel like
I think Obama drama is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was said a lot.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple, baby.
Made the kids
just
laugh,
like our defense. Keep it simple.
But wait a second, though. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
We've gotten censored on titles before because they make us political when we don't want them to be political. So do we change the Obama spelling, or what do we do here?
If there's anything that we can put in about the DC,
why would we do that?
I don't know.
We didn't even talk about him, did we? Did he come up on this week's show? I don't remember.
That was like 6 years ago.
Right,
I have no idea, man.
I don't know. Obama drama's funny, but
yeah,
I don't need a
room full of Jennifer Anistons.
I'll go with that one. I think it's pretty funny.
All
and
right.
you know what it's about? It's about the Obama drama.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, cool.
Very good then. All right, so we will do it again next week.
We both did it. Scoop, you weren't here, but me and Jenners went, "Hey-oh." But we make you sound like you have your own TLC show when you do it.
Chronic dick.
I saw it was Jim Duggan's 71st birthday today or yesterday or
That's
something.
exactly who we sounded like.
And he did one
Nice.
for you.
The hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he does it. That's what he patterns it after. All right.
Oh boy.
As always, go Canes!
At what point do we actually change up the ending to this?
Never.
Really? Like
Never.
6 years in, you're asking this question or whatever? Like, come on.
Go. Is it 7 or something like this? I don't even know.
This will be our 8th season.
8th season. No, I don't. You know, if we did, you know the monumental backlash from
I know people
we
get so pissed off.
Oh my
right.
goodness.
Whatever.
Don't ever change. Bange.